Jotsky looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%
Back down
here.
Yo on the Greymane gonna be the first to fall. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthael up there. A triple.
The Leyline used in the back, catching 3 people on top of that, followed up by the APOC and the Lurking Arm. Catching 2, but this time on is gonna be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead, catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Lulu's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the blood on the backside, but the duo gets under and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting shrunk down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Greymane.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming series. Tonight, we're going to see West, and I am joined by a couple of cats and their subject, Lulu. How are you tonight, Lulu?
I'm great. How are you, Aero? That's the real question.
I am doing excellent. I found out today, per my doctor, that I'm not dying any faster than any of the rest of you, so y'all are stuck with me at least for a little while. So there you go.
Is there anything special about today, Aero?
You know what? There is. In 58 minutes, it's tomorrow, and you know what tomorrow is? It's April Fool's Day.
Whoa, that's wild. I had no
Indeed.
idea. You got any great pranks you're gonna pull?
No. I mean, if I did, I wouldn't necessarily bring it up live in public, so to speak. I wouldn't want to give away everything. You know what I'm saying? But,
yeah, but I mean,
you know,
it's more fun that way.
yeah. Just tell everybody, all right, this is what we're gonna do, and just don't tell them. Don't let them know what's about to happen.
Yeah, it's a secret.
True.
Chat,
Good point.
can you keep a secret?
Yeah, good point. All right, so what do we got? We got ReGen Divine and Team Rainbow Strike Go. These are a couple of teams that have been around. Certainly a lot of these players. I think Divine, maybe they are technically, maybe this is their second season, but a lot of the players certainly have been around for a good long time. And then Team Rainbow Strike Go, I mean, they've been around for quite some time as well. I think season 7, maybe 8, but...
It's been several, at least.
Yeah. So
because I remember us casting them before. Team Rainbow Strike, go!
Exactly. So taking a quick look at the standings here, TRSG, they're sitting at the top. They got 20 points. ReGen Divine is currently in a 3-way tie. A menage a trois of teams in Division C West, if you will. With
Nope.
Roll1 Esports and CM After Dark. It is a little CM After Dark up here, isn't it?
Heyo.
So moving on to the map bans here, what do we got? We got Alterac Pass and Battlefield of Eternity. They were banned out by Team Rainbow Strike Go. ReGen Divine, they banned out Braxis, Cursed Hollow. So really all of those first 40% of the maps taken out here on the list. And our first game is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen. And they're ready to go. Any favorite heroes of yours here on Tomb of the Spider Queen, Lulu? Anything you really like to play? Give away a little
Rhaegar.
free scouting, you know?
The
Rhaegar.
lightning shield, get all the spider butts.
Sure. Can peel off, go grab a camp. while the rest of your team continues to rotate. We're going to see Lucio and Tychus bans, though.
Lucio's an interesting first ban.
It's not a big surprise to me. I just last night, to the chagrin of our dear friend Psychic, had a first ban Lucio. Almost lost him from my team, in fact.
Oh, banned against you?
No, we banned it. That's why he almost left the team.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe you would betray him like that.
Indeed. And we had first pick.
Often
It was
betrayals.
pretty rough. But yeah, his high five at this point, now that he's got the unstoppable for himself, it's actually pretty decent. And that means that he can be really valuable against those quick kill, like single target focus, like a Varian kill comp, or even in some ways like the Maev stuff, but banning her out obviously makes that so that is not a problem.
Yeah, also, you know, Lucio banned and all.
Right.
Deckard first pick. We got the old man.
Not a super common first pick with Deckard, because like, you're really making a statement. You don't have a cleanse with that, so you kind of have to consider now, do you go into something like an Uther as a front line so that you've got that extra cleanse? Potentially, maybe even a Lunara, which is a little bit later for the cleanse. Or is there something else? Do you just not worry too much about the cleanses because you've got Unstoppables?
Big blind energy coming out from TSRG in their first two picks.
Did you say TSRG?
Yeah? Did I say the wrong letters?
No, you said the right letters.
Oh. Okay.
Just in the wrong order.
Did I? Oh, I see what I did. Yep, I sure did, huh?
It's alright, you can be forgiven. It's late. This is a late cast.
Well, you see, it's a ReGen team they're going against, so had RG on the brain.
Yes, good point. ETC gonna be banned out there. So no sleep from the Deckard followed up with the ETC Mosh Pit. A lot of potential combo setup with that too, with that Hanzo Dragon Arrow potential. Now, what I see here could be a Mei setup though. If you've got Mei with an Ice Wall on Tomb of the Spider Queen, maybe even a Tassadar, they can isolate walls and they can force heroes into positions that maybe a Dragon Strike right over top could be a big problem.
I can't hear isolate in regards to Mei without hearing an ice pun because of Sergeant Scoofs.
I mean, fair.
Ice wall isolates.
Yep.
Get it, Aero? Do you get it?
I do. With this front line, though, I mean, I'm almost kind of now thinking that Kael'thas could be a good option, too, with Malthael, Diva, Johanna, Cassia. I mean, they are not really going to be spread out all that often. But,
oh, look at that! Aero!
Yeah.
Aero! How did you know?
Yeah, it's almost like I'm 30 seconds in the future.
Wait. Are you ahead of me?
No.
Oh, okay. You are an hour in the future, though.
That is true.
You've already seen the outcome of this whole match.
Well, I mean, maybe not, right? I mean, that maybe if it's a 2-0, but I don't want to give away the secrets.
Maybe, Aero. That already implies there's a chance it's not what happened.
Hey, welcome everybody with Celadorn. Thanks for being here. Thanks for bringing everybody over Celadorn. Hope the... I'm assuming you were doing some NGS, maybe doing some CCS stuff, but either way, glad that you all could be here as we get our draft finalized.
To all our new friends in the chat, it's Aero's birthday, by the way.
Oh, is that what you were getting at?
Oh yeah, like 10 minutes ago, that thing you dodged. Yeah.
I'm good at dodging.
I didn't forget.
Well, we did get a little bit of a swap there. Malthael and somebody else just swapped who Sudden Bear's on. But yes, it is in fact my birthday. And you know what? I did, since we're waiting on the game to load anyways, I did have a really positive moment today. I went to buy some booze, which I don't do very often to begin with, but I went to buy some booze. I actually got carded. I'm old, and I got carded And I'm like, really? All right.
Like, do you see my shaved head?
Right.
I can buy alcohol.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's pretty, you know, it's a fun thing. Also, thank you, Tatsuki. I'm so glad to see you here, supporting the stream, continuing your sub, and Moist Weenus with the 69 biddies.
Hey, Weenus birthday bits.
All right, here we go. Getting into game number 1 between ReGen Divine and Team Rainbow Strike Go. Let's go ahead and get this started. I got the left. I'll go with ReGen Divine. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta put the pop-ups up. There we go. All right, pop-ups. We got Bankai playing Mei. We've got Wafflecopter on the Hanzo. Silent Shoe there playing Tassadar. Arc Valley on Hogger. And Jason gonna be playing Deckard.
And for Team Rainbow Strike Go, they have Kingle on the Malthael, Robert on Diva, Silver on Johanna, Sudden Bears on Cassia, and Panda on the Stukov.
Alrighty. Got our talents up here. Taking a look. Gonna be the Shock Ray for the Tassadar there. Sapphire for Deckard. I really like that with as much melee as they've got. May's gonna throw out that Blizzard, but of course Johanna has Unstoppable. She's gonna be able to make it out. And we don't have amazing wave clear really yet for ReGen Divine or for TRSG. I think it's slightly in favor of Divine because they have the Tassadar. But interestingly enough, they've got Diva doing the solo lane duties, and Malthael is going to be in the 4-man.
Yeah, slight correction, Aero. ReGen Divine does have amazing wave clear.
Yikes. Oh my goodness, and we got more bits from Keladorn with the 69 bits, and Weenus coming in with 5 gift subs. Thanks so much, Weenus. You're such a glorious and wonderful human. I really appreciate you being here.
For Aero's birthday party!
Not the party, it's just the birthday.
It's a party. We
All
got
right.
friends here. We got games to cast.
And we got like, okay, I'm gonna come back. We're gonna talk more about this later because there's a game going on, and I don't want to miss this stuff, and I don't want to screw up these guys' VODs. So I'm gonna come back to all you guys doing the fun stuff in chat. We got Malthael working on the camp over here, so that'll come out. That'll give TRSG a little bit of a boost in getting the web weavers out here because they'll have a little bit safer turn in. But we got Hogger and Mabe trying to get some isolation here. But not quite getting where they want to. Again, with this really strong frontline team, it's a little hard for ReGen Divine to really get that pick that they might be looking for. Stukov's healing goes out to everybody quite easily, and everybody's just really beefy. I was hoping you'd fill in the blanks there, but that's okay.
I was hiccuping, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, you know what? Fair enough. All right. Bankai looking there for the Stukov, but Panda's going to be able to make it away. And now Deckard has a couple of friends with red health names there. The Sapphire are going to be able to keep him safe, as Ingle not wanting to go in any farther on that. Didn't want to get close to that wall. Bankai, however, not so concerned about that.
Yeah, May and Johanna are the two tanks that are the most just like, LOL, you thought I was in danger? No, I don't even care.
Nah. Thanks, Carrie Ann. I'm going to talk more about some of the basic stuff. We'll do that on the next game, because there's stuff that we'll go over at the beginning. We do have Diva here with her mech explosion available, so that should allow them to secure the web weavers if they want to. They've got 32 gems turned in so far, so they can use that to secure, although make that 48. Johanna coming in and getting that as well. Oh my goodness, more bits, more subs, hype trains. This is crazy. I don't remember the last time I had a hype train. I don't know if I've ever had a hype train. There's the red web weavers. They're coming in.
Red Web Weaver hype train. Hey.
Hey. All right. Level 7's now here for TRSG. ReGen Divine got theirs as well, so they're on even talent tiers. No heroics just yet. So I mean, I can't imagine that this really heavy front line is going to push too much. They just don't really have significant damage other than the Cassia. So in theory, ReGen Divine should be able to clear this up. Now, once 10 happens, I think it gets a lot easier for TRSG to push into that, but I don't expect to see a lot out of this.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of siege damage to work with, but, you know, those spider waves do some damage.
Oh my goodness. All right, so we've got down in the bot lane here, Arch Valley getting bullied by Malthael, but we've got a rotation from ReGen Divine coming in with the heroes to come in save Augur, which feels a little weird to say. Augur's kind of a nemesis.
So with the first objective, they got the front walls of the bot and mid lanes.
And a little bit of damage onto
And the
top.
gate top.
So that's,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
towers.
completely reasonable and respectable as both teams approaching level 10s here soon. And there's the force wall. We got Unstoppable used on Johanna there. Stukov using that lurking arm. Sudden Bears is in a
Cassia?
big bit of danger. And that's first blood. Almost 6 minutes into this game before we get first blood. A few gems there dropped as well. They may be looking for Stukov here. They've got the slows on him. Hanzo gets a big scatter arrow, but the geometry not quite there to get that kill.
Oh, Bonkar's stressing me out there.
Oh, he's perfectly healthy.
I know, he's a Mei. Again, Mei doesn't care, but... it scares me when my team has a Mei, too. I'm just like, no, but...
I mean, you do have to be
die.
careful with the Stukov, though, right? Throwing down that lurking arm, getting the silence, and preventing Mei from being able to use Cryo Freeze or Icing to get out of danger. Like, either of those scenarios is not conducive to a long life for Mei there. But level 10s are here now for TRSG, and they'll be here pretty soon for the ReGen Divine as well. As Blue Web Weaver's coming in. Augur being chased down by Malthael as Mei coming in as well to just try to slow things up. Pretty much everything I see here is about what I would expect. The one thing that kind of is a shift is the bunny hop. I kind of would have thought that D.Va would have gone into micro missiles just for the extra damage, but that gives her that unstoppable and an occasional stun. So I mean, I don't dislike it. I don't think it's bad or good. It's just kind of the less often pick, so it's going to be really interesting to see how they make use of that here.
It's also the fun pick.
Indeed. Here comes the ice wall. It's really just going to isolate the a big dragon arrow. Holy cow!
Stun, and she got deleted.
And the stay while, can they get, I was going to say the Malthael, but they're actually looking for the Johanna there. Malthael has 20 gems. He's quite the juicy target there.
Oh, Bunkai.
Mei might make it out.
Just Mei things.
Yeah, just barely makes it out. So quite a bit of damage on this fort. It's already sitting at roughly 40% or so. And they may be looking to see if Malthael can come down here onto the Hogger. Hogger's not easily ganked because he can just go hog wild and get out of danger.
Yeah, TSRG does have enough to turn in now, and ReGen Divine's not quite there for the second turn in. But everyone just wants to get gems out of their pockets, because that's not fun.
Yeah, and we've only seen two kills this game, so we haven't seen a lot of gems dropped. But any gems that you lose makes it's a staggering effect, right? I mean, it slows the game down for your team, makes it more difficult for you to get that objective out and push into these towers. So ReGen Divine picking up the Bruiser Camp is going to be able to have that to defend in the mid lane. But it's a lot of push up here in the top lane. All of TRSG basically up here. All the strong push anyways. Malthael not really known for his siege.
Oh, Stukov gets stoned.
Yeah, we get a lot of ults there. the stay a while is going to come out, but it's interrupted by Blessed Shield, and the flailing swipe going to keep Stukov alive there.
Swipe is such a good disengage.
It really is. Just no.
Yeah, it's a literal nope button. Get off my lawn.
Right. D.Va is getting pressure down in the bot lane here, so she's going to be able to take this out, I think. The Webweaver's still very healthy, so that's going to be the first fort of the game coming up here in just a second. They might even be able to get the second, because everybody's looking in that bottom lane as... And by everybody, I mean Divine.
4v1 in the bot lane while the 4 of TSRG just get this top for free.
Yeah, and again, I mean, D.Va, another hero who is kind of slippery. She can just hit those boosters and get out of danger. Unless you can get a silence or a really good, strong stun combo. Well, there's a Blessed Shield.
Oh.
They're trying it the other way.
Bunny hop!
Gonna bounce on the Maid. There's the Dragon Arrow coming into the back. Ice Wall will come out as well. Bankai gets caught by the last rites and taken out, but Malthael will go down shortly after. Silver making it out with just a few hundred health, though. So it is going to have to be, at least I assume, a disengage here from TRSG, but D.Va in the back with a Mega Explosion as Johanna tapped, coming back into it. Did have her damage reduced, I think, by Deckard with that Herodric Cube. Level 7? Yeah, there it is. Thanks, everybody, for the hype train and all the subs and bits. Like I said, we'll come back to that in a minute. Do want to just say that I appreciate it. As the blue team now, ReGen Divine getting their Webweavers coming up. So they're pushed back a little bit in the top and the bot lane there. So these Webweavers spawn a little bit farther back. And this objective works a little differently than some of the other maps. These spiders, they start to lose health just based on time. And then obviously when you damage them, they lose health as well. So starting back means that they essentially lose 5-10% of their health just in travel time. But more importantly, maybe it allows TRSG here to basically clear mid. But the Ice Wall gets 2. Can they secure a kill out of this? Not on an unstoppable Johanna. And now Bunny Hop coming in. Jason once again interrupted by the Blessed Shield. And Ball Lightning went out as well. A whole lot of ults there to kill that Deckard, but it's going to be high value. Divine's still able to pick up a fort, though. Maybe a second.
Yeah, the fight in mid lane didn't go well for them, but that did mean that all of TSRG was just focused on the mid lane, and the Webweavers got free push, top and bot. So now we're on structures again.
Yeah, and so we basically...
It's soon to not be even, maybe.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. But the May.
Well, technically still even on the structures.
Yeah, yeah. It takes more than a sneeze to take down mid, so
it is gonna, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit more than that. Cassia's getting some more gems turned in, so not very many left. Blessed Shield coming out. They're looking for the Tassadar, but he's gonna dimensional shift away. Also, Dragon Arrow used, just to make sure.
yeah, that could have been a little bit scary for ReGen there. They didn't have 16s until the very end, and their May is still dead at the moment. It's probably a good use of his ult, just to be sure.
Augur knocking everybody back, trying to provide some zoning for the team. And again, we're going to see this commitment to the mid lane. It's the farthest defense available here for Divine. As top and bot slowly make their way in, so they want to clear this up. The longer they're here, though, I mean, we saw this in the other direction just a few moments ago. I mean, they can't just spend all their time here or they'll lose keeps. And that's exactly what they're going to do, is pull back and go defend those, and that's going to give TRSG the mid lane as well. Both teams are 16, though, so these fights now are at a point where really most of your really strong abilities are available, so they can swing very quickly. Ice Wall's going to land. Is there follow-up? The rest of the team's not really here. There's the Dragon Arrow with the sleep onto 3. Gonna get the boop onto Deckard. blind coming out. Sudden Bears is in a dangerous place. Cassie is going to fall down as the root coming out. And now Diva and Stukov in massive danger. Diva's going to be able to make it out with her mech, but she gets slowed. And here comes a blizzard. Does she get taken out here?
Oh, Auger's on his way. There we go.
All right. 3 for nothing. That's a great value out of that defense, but ReGen Divine now has to make something happen with this. They've got to even up the structure count. They were kind of far from the boss, so I think this is a great call. Like, push up the lane, get as much as they can, equalizing in this bottom lane to bring out catapults more often. And again, I mean, they really would have been in basically the same position trying to go for the boss, except then they would have had everybody up on the other side to defend. So I think this is a good call.
Yeah, it would be big if they could get this keep here.
It'd be big if they could get this Malthael.
Yeah, that too.
Really great. What is that called? This Malthael's unstoppable called? Something ends, right? Inevitable end, yeah. So
Tassadar looked at the fort. It was close.
He had to sneeze, but he just couldn't quite get the power.
Yeah. They were sitting on enough gems to turn in, though, and so they are going to get that, so they're going to have some nice spiders pushing for them very soon.
Yeah, and that bot lane is going to start a little bit forward, so that can be helpful for them, trying to push into that keep. I mean, they've had the kills here. Blessio coming out, Malthael's in the team, Bunny Hop's coming in, looking at the Tassadar, but the sleep will land, but with an ice wall. Tassadar's taken out, though. This is not a great place for Divine to be on their web weavers. They lost arguably their best damage potential there right at the beginning of that. So they're just going to have to clean up, try to get as much XP as they can, and hope for that level 20 fight.
Yeah, there's so many unstoppables on TSRG. It's like, oh, you want to put me to sleep? Nah.
All right, there goes that mid fort. It took a couple of sneezes.
Yes.
They got it. Just a half a level away for Divine. Order for TRSG. By the way, we need to have a conversation about this TRSG thing.
Have I been saying it wrong the whole time?
Whole time.
Oh no, why did you let me do that?
Well, clearly I'm not. All right, they're looking for Maid. The level 20s are here for TRSG. For just a moment, they've got an advantage. And they're going to go ahead and get the Bruiser camp. They couldn't really find a fight. Divine did a good job of making sure that they were able to pull back from that. 46 out of 65 available here for TRSG, so they're going to turn those in. That's 2/3 roughly of what they need for a web weaver. So making sure that they don't just lose a bunch on one of those heroes is really valuable. ReGen Divine heading up to the boss, and this is either going to be a really good play or a not so good play. And Deckard getting stunned is not great. Here they come. There's no Malthael available yet, though.
Do they actually get away with this?
It looks like they might.
Oh, they stepped off the point! They stepped off the point!
Jason does get the sleep. Here comes the Dragon Arrow. Now the Force Wall's coming out. The team is pretty well split, but Malthael is here. They're calling for the kill onto Johanna, but she got knocked back. So Jason in danger as Diva charging in, and now Malthael's going to be able to secure that kill. Deckard threw out the Ruby at the last moment, and he's got Respect the Elderly, so no more potions there, but Boss is making its way to the keep. So I imagine TRSG is going to pull back and try to deal with that, because I don't think they can necessarily defend, you know, the keep at their keep with the Boss pushing, and also get the keep on the other side. So this should just give Divine some free clear. Sorry, Hunter. Oh my goodness. You guys have no idea how cool the fact that some of these people are in the chat is. I'll come back to that in a minute. But 20s are here for both teams. Show those up while we're waiting. There are no camps up. So really this is just kind of keep your lanes depressed. Like not sad, but
What about-
depressed. And here come those web weavers. So Blessed Shield did go out onto Tassadar. Oh, what a great
Oh no.
Dragon Arrow, but Tassadar's in so much danger. Silent Shoot gonna get taken out there, and with the red web weavers coming up, this is starting to not look so great. Sleep gonna come out. This is a Respect the Elderly. Silences blinds. Johanna's gonna just fall to the towers. And oh my goodness, that monstrous Sapphire, can they get any further kills out of this? They get the Cassia. May's gonna fall out. I thought that maybe Hogger was just gonna wipe the whole team. Holy cow. Hogger's going in, is gonna get the Stukov there, so they're getting trade value, 3 for 2 out of this, but now they've got to defend. I thought this was way worse.
Jason just walked into their whole team. He's Deckard. He doesn't even have the stun stick.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta listen. As an older man myself, sometimes you just gotta put yourself in danger to distract everybody else around you.
I'm just saying you should go back and watch that replay later. It was hilarious. But he's fine, and 3 people on the other team were dead, so you know.
Exactly.
If it works, it works.
We got 2.5 minutes until the boss. Yeah, Cubico, exactly. If Hogger goes no control there, so that he just sits on all of those heroes, that's a full team wipe, and Divine just wins the game at that point. No control is as per its name. There's no control. It's pretty chaotic.
Wow.
But it also does a lot of damage. All right, Robert going in, has the force wall behind. Sapphire is gonna get the root. Dragon Arrow as well. Can they? Oh my goodness. D.Va trying to dive away using her pilot abilities, but that's the first kill. Now Divine has enough for a turn here, so they don't necessarily need to go too crazy, but if they can get this kill onto Cassia. But they're gonna instead bounce that orb for just about ever. And Stukov now.
Cassia's dead. They're alive.
3 deaths on the side of TRSG. Divine saying, let's go. We've got this Tassadar Archon going, but it just ran out before Silent Shoe could keep it going. This is still kind of a tough position.
Is scary.
Yeah, they don't have any minions to support this, and Bankai now doesn't have Cryo Freeze. Wait, does he have the level 20? No, he has the Force Wall, or the Ice Wall.
Oh, the keep. That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the turn.
They camp pushing in mid lane that they're gonna have to deal with because that's on their keep right now.
Nah, they're gonna turn.
Oh, that camp's just gonna take a keep for free.
Yeah, pretty much. They can't do anything about it now. They just have to turn and like,
well, yeah.
they gotta push and win. But it's unfortunate there. After they got that kill onto Cassia, instead of going for the keep, if they go for the turn, they still have 40 or so seconds until a significant portion of TRSG is on the map. And if they do that right, then they get 2 keeps, top and bot, for sure. And then, depending on how they play the team fight, maybe they win the game there. But ultimates are back up. Respect the elderly. You know, I'm not throwing my weight around as an old man here, but you know, respect the elderly is going to come in clutch here, just like it did earlier. If Jason can land
that talent is huge.
All right, bot lane's pretty far back, so for right now, TRSG is relatively safe. They're going to be able to clear this web weaver. And there goes Hogger, bouncing in and back out. Here comes the Dragon Arrow with the Ice Wall behind. So not really any potential for follow-up there. Knockback coming from Stukov. D.Va Mech will secure the rest of the damage here on the web weaver, so top is clear. And Divine now kind of saying, let's just keep him here so we can get that bottom keep as well. And yeah, they'll get mid.
Oh.
Yeah.
All the keeps.
All of the keeps. And now Divine is going for court. This, I'm a little bit... I don't know about this one. Ball Lightning is
getting very scary very quickly.
Yeah, so Ball Lightning helps to take out the Mei. Hogger is deep in the back lane, but so's D.Va. But Hogger's kind of in a bad place in Malthael? No? Okay.
Oh, Tassadar is not wanting to leave here. Okay, okay. He changed his mind.
I mean, he's got Infinite Archon. He doesn't want to leave, right? He wants to keep attacking people and breaking
true.
their defenses down. But that's
But
gone
the
now.
fear of ire in them, so his team could get out.
Boss is up, though.
But yeah, there's 25 seconds until May respawns, so there's not really a whole lot ReGen Divine can do about this.
I mean, I think they're doing what they need to do,
Oh.
which is put pressure on the core.
Oh.
They know they're there.
Let me change my statement. They can't contest the boss. They could just go run at core.
All right, so they do pull them back, which is exactly what they needed to do. And as long as they don't lose anybody here, then that's gangbusters for them, right? May's back on the map. They've got all of their ultimates. So all they have to do is find the right time to turn around and pop a stay a while, which this is it right here.
He was ready.
Hogger is just toast here. Malthael's coming back, though. Stukov getting absolutely obliterated by the scatter arrow there, but he's going to be able to survive. D.Va is popping off with the bunny hop. She's trying to stay on Jason to make sure that he is pushed back away from his team. No deaths yet, but yeah, okay. May trying to come back in, couldn't quite get into anybody, though. And now Divine pretty far forward. They have Ice Wall again in 15 seconds, so they could potentially look at like trying to bait this boss and then using an Ice Wall to either set up a play or just to, you know, prevent anybody from stepping on at this point.
Oh, this is scary though.
Yeah.
Cassia Ball Lightning is gonna do a lot.
Yeah, this is not a great position, and I like the fact that Divine is pulling back off. The mech explosion's going out, so that's a good win for them as well. Deckard has 5 seconds until stay a while. That's really what they need for this to be a potentially good fight for them.
For sure. What? Oh, they pulled the boss again. In mouth.
Stay a while got interrupted. Hanzo solo under 100 health here, trying to stay alive. They do just delete the Malthael, and he's not coming back. No one can stop death, but you can put a pause on him for a little bit.
Oh.
The health bars on Divine are so low. Cassia just can't finish the job. They get a 4 and 5. Hogger finishing the job, and now Divine, they've done it. They've gotten to the keep. They've killed everybody. The core is going to go down. We've got a free Ice Wall, just, you know, because why not?
Honkai trolling his own team.
And there you go. It's going to take a moment, but this core is going down. It looks like Divine is going to win game number 1.
Oof, I was really scared for them around that boss pit, but they knew exactly what they were doing.
They did. They did really well on that. That was really controlled. There, you could tell there were a lot of moments where they started to make an action, whether it was going after a keep, whether it was going after the boss, what have you. And then they realized this was the wrong call. And then they stopped doing it. And that is a critical difference between a team that doesn't have experience and a team that does. They know that they cannot complete whatever objective they're trying to do in this period of time, so they need to back away before they lose far more than they could have potentially gotten.
Yeah, and it's... it can be really tough to know when is too late, but they were always able to get out in time, so it was very well played by them.
Indeed, indeed. All right, so we've shown talents, we've shown stats. Coming back to us, because I have to go through this list of stuff and address chat, because there was a lot of stuff going on. So, first of all, I want to shout out
Aero's birthday party!
Yes.
Woo!
It is my birthday for 21 more minutes in my time zone. So we had some gift subs, so let's go through this list. What do we got? So I already talked about Keldadorn. We had Weenus. We had the gift subs from Weenus. Thank you, all of you. Carrie Ann with 500 bits. You're amazing. Then we got the hype train. Then we got Tatsky with 1,000 bits. Tatsky, you are also amazing. And I tell you guys both that like every day, so you already know that. We do have our next map, so I'm gonna go through this here quickly. Carrie Ann subbed, and then gived a sub. So I do this thing in Carrie Ann's stream where I will gift subs to specific names just so that I can hear her say them on stream, and they're fantastic. The best one most recently was our good friend Repsychic, and she gifted a sub to Happy Birthday, which is awesome. So yeah, so I also so 52, another good friend from the music community there. Thanks, Jason, for the sub, and my good friend Max as well, who says happy birthday. Appreciate it. So I do not have the BTTV stuff set up. I don't even know how to do it. I also don't actually know how to set up the shoutouts, so I apologize. I would totally do the shout out for Tatsky, Carrie Ann. Jason does streaming himself. I think we have a few others that I may have, like Kelladorn, obviously. But I'm too much of a noob to even know how to do some of those things. Also, this is on a 30-second delay, so as you guys are chatting, we're a little bit behind on that. So, so Lulu, for this game, we're going into Dragonshire. So, because I know that we have some people here that have absolutely no idea what we're talking about, I want to kind of, go through some of the details about what this is and how it works when we get into this this next game. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, let's do it. Like right now, or like.
Carrie Ann says, "I want to gift a sub to someone with a Welsh name, and here you try to pronounce it." Oh my goodness! I in no way. By the way, Carrie Ann, in no way was that meant to be a slight for you. In every way, it was meant to be a challenge for my friend Repsychic.
Recyclic, they call him.
Yes, or my reside chick, or my reside kick if he's casting.
Does he know about that one?
Oh yeah, absolutely does. Absolutely does. So showing the maps here just again real quick. This is a best of 3 series. There are 10 maps available in the pool. 4 of them are gone. 2 banned out by each team, which means that there are 6 remaining, 3 of which we will potentially see here tonight. Our next map is going to be Dragonshire. Wait, is that not? Oh, there it is.
The best part about HOTS is how when you press the start game button, it just takes like 10 seconds to actually start after that.
That's true. When you do custom games, it's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong screen. Come back to the draft. I've done this before, I promise.
Okay, so TRSG has the first pick this go around.
All right, yeah, so let's talk about that. So basically, there's a pool of about 85 various heroes that are able to do a variety of things. Heal, damage, tank, and they've got abilities that can crowd control, so things like stuns, pauses. We saw the Deckard where he was putting people to sleep, silencing them, which means that they cannot use their abilities. And this map, I unfortunately don't have the cool things like back in the old HGC days, which was the professional series. But this map is a 3-lane map, so much like what we just saw, there will be 3 different lanes of minions that travel toward the middle. They will meet and do battle and kill each other, and you get XP from standing nearby them, basically. Ultimately, you try to get to the other side, kill the enemy's core. That's how you win the game. There are many ways to do that, basically. Anything you'd like to add?
I mean, you pretty much covered it. On this one, there's going to be these cool points that you want to control both of them, and then you go click the big stone dragon, and then the dragon comes to life, and you get to be him, and you set everything on fire.
And if you hear the background, I'm not sure how loud the background will be, but when the objective channels, when it starts, you'll hear a female voice, and she'll tell you that basically it's her husband who's the Dragon Knight that you're trying to control.
Brightwing. You love to see Brightwing on this map.
So for our newer folks who are just learning about Heroes of the Storm, why would that be?
Because Brightwing can go teleport to any of her friends. So she can be like way at the bottom and be like, oh, my friend in the top lane needs help, and just port up there, and suddenly she's up top.
And with a big heal.
Yeah. There's the Tychus that... Oh, okay. I think it was actually Team Rainbow Strike Go that banned that the first game, right?
The bandit? That was, yes, it was. Yes, sorry. I was I was just laughing because I went to ban the random person that just showed up and was trying to spam or whatever, and my newest mod already banned them. Insta-ban. It was so great. Anyways, all right, talk about this draft. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me anything you don't like about it, because I'm way behind on this.
I mean, like I said, I love Brightwing on this map. The Hogger coming out again for the side of ReGen Divine. We got 2 respect bans from the TRSG folks on the Deckard and the Hanzo, which is fair. The Hanzo stun arrow did a lot of work. The Deckard sleeps did even more work. And like Deckard with the sleep upgrade at 20, it's Entomb, but in a giant cone in front of him. Like, it's so good. But Kael'thas coming out for ReGen Divine, which is something you hate to see when you have a Brightwing on your team, because she wants to hug people, and Kael'thas wants to set people on fire if they hug.
Not just on fire, but spreading that fire to other people. Yeah. So that does definitely make it a little bit more challenging. That said, Brightwing does get that spell armor ability, so for the big burst damage that Kael'thas can provide, she can mitigate some of that. But we're gonna get a Gul'dan and a Muradin.
Aero, do you see what I see? Aero, there's a Lily.
Oh yes, I did see that. Yeah. No, Lily's making a comeback.
It warms my heart. You have no idea. For seasons they mocked me, but now she's here, a real hero. Ooh, and Sylvanas.
Make sure nobody switches around here. Got them all in the right place. All right, we have Taco coming in with a raid from the, I believe, Amateur Opponents and ReGen Ghost. Welcome everybody. How did that go? What was, give us the spoilers on that one. Obviously coming over into the ReGen community as well. Do you already know?
For all our new friends from Taco Stream, it's Aero's birthday. Woo!
That works for another 12 minutes.
Hour and 11 minutes here.
Oh, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
So the party don't stop. It just keeps going.
True. Until you get to the end of the like Australia people. They're already in tomorrow.
That is true. But this is a West Coast match, so this should be all California people, I say, on a team that plays on the West Coast, and I'm in Central, and that's the furthest west we go. But anyways,
there you go.
So your party could last a few more hours.
Fair enough. We do have
Taco says amateur opponents 2-1.
All right. Fair enough. Real quick shout out to Voice Unmuted. She's another music streamer. Carry On Music is the other music streamer here. So make sure you guys give them a follow if you want to listen to some awesome music. And let's get into the teams here. Why don't you go ahead and start with TRSG?
Okay, for the folks on Team Rainbow Strike Go, this game we have Kingle on the Tychus, Panda on that Brightwing, Robert on the Gul'dan, Silver on the Muradin, and Sunbears on the Leoric.
Alrighty, and for ReGen Divine, we've got Wafflecopter playing Kael'thas, Silent Shoe on the Sylvanas, Arch Valley on Hogger here, Jason going to be on Lily, and Bankai on Diablo. All right, so checking out our level 1s to start with here. So Murden going into that aggressive Perfect Storm and the living bombs. You know what? Sometimes you just got to keep your friends warm. It's been a chilly winter time, and spreading that around. Okay, so talking about this map. So I'm gonna zoom out here so that you can see this a little bit more while we're going on to this fight here. So you can see off to the left here, these are siege camps right here and right here. Down below, this is a bruiser camp, and we'll talk about what those mean. And then up here, you have bruiser camps as you see them spawning right now. So the bruiser camps, these 4 minions provide spell armor. Spell armor is basically abilities. It's anything that you do that's not just straight up punching somebody in the face, essentially. They do that through this little guy right here. He's a little mage. So if you kill him, that spell armor goes away. But as we see right here, these are siege giants. These will attack from range, and they're particularly good at taking down structures because they cannot be killed by the... Carrie-Anne's really doing some work. This is so great. I love it. By the way, Carrie-Anne is in London, so it's like 6 a.m. or something. 5 a.m. Something early.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do people not sleep?
I mean, some people. All right, so bottom control point. So we see this filling up for the red team, but it's once it goes beyond the halfway point, it will fall back to half if you don't get it all the way to the end. So there it is. Both points are controlled currently by red.
There to Sylv's. Okay.
Yeah, just in time. So both points were in red's favor there. So that means that this dragon right here becomes activatable. And the dragon hits hard.
It's not that it hits hard as much as it sets you on fire.
Yeah, I mean, it does that, and it punches...
Oh, what?
I was in the wrong half of the map.
I know. Well, Murden's dead. Anyways.
Oh, we have a pause.
Uh-oh.
All right. We'll come back to us for a moment here. See what's going on. Don't know what's going on. There's no chat. Tank having mouse issues. Okay, so we could be a moment while they work through that. Wait. Okay, so this is awesome. I love it. So the shoutouts say what you were last streaming. So of course, the last stream for 52 was apparently "This is a huge scam. Do not follow. Seriously, don't do it." Kind of a fun joke there.
Haha.
So it looks like it's going to be a second here for the teams as they're trying to work out the mouse problems. Wow, I'm going to really have to learn how to do that stuff. Maybe they're actually ready to go. So what else is there for us to talk about Dragonshire specifically? We talked about camps. We talked about the objective. What do you think? Anything else?
I mean, getting the dragon is actually a bait for a good chunk of the game.
True. Yeah. Like having this objective up, like you tend to see a lot of back and forth. It's a little bit of a tug of war. Especially early game, the dragon doesn't do, nearly as much damage. It's low health, so it's easier to kill. Heroes like Tychus can also bring it down very quickly because it counts as a hero since a player is inside driving the vehicle. And he does % damage.
Oh, that was awesome by Bankai.
Yeah, and you see him pinging Diablo there too. That was a great charge over that wall to try to get that kill on Murden.
Yeah, so like right now, like they're not really trying all that hard to get control of both points. You just want to make sure that the other team doesn't have both points and the middle spot where the dragon actually spawns. So you really just want to kind of go about your way. Oh.
Well, we saw with Mei that Bankai does not concern himself with structures or incoming damage or anything like that. Diablo is not quite as well positioned to do things like that, but you know, you take a little damage from a tower and then you walk away and you're fine. So you got a Lily on your team just for keeping you alive, I guess.
Oh, but he is melting to this Tychus right now.
Yeah, but suddenly it's not Diablo in danger. Tychus has almost no health, the damage there from Kael'thas coming in. And Murden also getting pulled really far away from his team. So Murden was a little bit in danger there. Augur misses the slam there onto Leoric. So Gul'dan, and this is why we see Gul'dan here, right? He's making sure that nobody can come and channel the Dragon Knight and get that extra siege potential. Checking in on Muradin, 13 stacks on his level 1, so he's got that extra damage. 18 on his Stormbolt quest, and once that's completed at 25, it will hit 2 people, so that'll be, or 2 targets, I should say. And that's 2 targets then that get stunned. Oh, what a great flip into the gravity lapse combo. That looked absolutely practiced for sure. Couldn't quite get enough damage, but still, it looked good.
Yeah, it did. You can definitely tell they've put in the work to the combos. Oh my gosh, Bankai, you madman.
Oh my goodness. And it
Suddenly
works.
Gul'dan.
Holy smokes.
God, he lives. What?
Lily using everything, the cleanse and another cup to keep Diablo just barely alive.
Just spam Q constantly. Oh my gosh, that was insane.
Yeah, and
Oh,
Augur.
they caught the Gul'dan. That's a pyroblast. Bye, bud.
Yeah, that's where you wish that you had that Brightwing nearby. Now, I kind of expect that we'll see it for Brightwing at 13. We'll see that additional spell armor so that she can get up to that 55, I think it comes up to now. But Tychus getting caught by that Gravity Lapse, Diablo with the charge. But Murden completing that Stormbolt quest to protect Tychus. We still haven't seen a Dragon Knight, Lulu.
We haven't. It's, you know, like I said, all you gotta do is just make sure you have 1 point and then do whatever the heck else it is you want to do on the map. Eventually, death timers will get long enough that maybe you'll decide to go pick it up. Oh, mind control onto the Muradin, but he's a big boy. He's got a lot of health. Doesn't care that much.
Yeah, bot fort likely about to go down, but they get the rotation up into the top from Tychus with Leoric, both of them doing % damage. Oh, the one tick from Gul'dan, is it enough? Can the healing well save him? It's just enough. Holy cow, I can't believe that worked.
Ooh, going in with the steal on this siege camp in the bot lane. And what ReGen Divine did down there, you know, that's some Sylve trait value you can really get on this map. Why need a dragon when she can just turn off all the structures?
Absolutely. Yeah, she's got an ability every 40 seconds that allows her to make structures just go inert. No damage from them. Tychus, however, getting flipped. And again, you can tell the communication was just absolutely perfect there because the flip from Diablo didn't come out until after Gravity Lapse was done. And that gives them a double kill. Now, this is where Divine has the potential to take a Dragon Knight if they can secure top. And this right here, this is the neutral bruiser camp in the bot lane. It's not picked up often. There's a reason that you see these other camps, the siege camps in this bot lane, picked up more often because they're safer. They're on your side of the map, so it's easier for you to retreat if you need to a defendable position. You don't see the bruiser camp in that lane typically unless you have a pretty good advantage. And speaking of advantage, the flip onto Tychus into the Apocalypse there. Brightwing's going to try to heal up Ingle, and there he goes with the minigun. bringing Diablo pretty low. Silent Shoe, the one in danger, though, is Gul'dan just draining away. And Muradin looking to protect that Tychus, jumping in after Diablo. So ultimately, just a lot of those heroic abilities used. No deaths out of that. And now it's 13. Do we get? We do. We get that pixie power. So the additional spell armor, also the reduced cooldown. So that'll really help to mitigate the damage coming out from Kael'thas, and certainly a Pyroblast, as long as she's got it available. So Sudden Bears did just use the Entomb there, trying to catch Augur. I'm not sure if he was going for the after Hogwild, or if he was trying to catch him in Hogwild, but Hogwild wouldn't have worked, and I'm so sad that I missed that.
Oh!
I'm so sad that I missed that too, and I'm not leaving this lane.
That's what you get for looking at the offlane Aero. It's
Right?
rule number 1, never pay attention to them.
And Augur gets out, somehow makes it away, and
You're
forces
still watching the top lane Aero, stop!
and forces us to miss 2
Mid
kills and a
lane,
fort. Yep.
ReGen Divine using the Sylve trait to turn off the fort, so they get that really easily after the double kill. And putting in a little bit of damage on this keep wall, but not a whole lot. They do have a siege camp and a catapult in the bot lane doing some work there, and guess what? Here comes siege camp number 2.
I made the mistake of going to the top lane again, but I'm not going to miss it this time. Mind control working hard. Brightwing not able to get that phase shift in time to save Muradin this time.
Look at all this pressure they have in the bot lane. And like, Sylve can probably trade if they can get... Oh, yeah, there's the Sylve trade. I don't know how much they actually push here. This Tychus is Odin up. Oh, fuck.
Well, Diablo made a
God.
decision. And of course, now that I'm not looking top lane, Augur has been shoving Leo the whole game. He's been doing really well at that.
Jeez.
And this time he got it, but this time...
Oh, no.
Oh, wow, that
Rain of
mind control.
memes.
Oh, the double
That was so
kill
sad.
with one shot!
Dude. The
I mean,
rain does
somebody
not
died,
mess
right?
around.
Rain does a lot of damage. Augur was able to secure the Dragon Knight, though.
Oh, this is so scary. I don't...
What?
They live.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, and Diablo says, we can keep going. I don't need a team.
Oh, hold up. I did not realize that was ReGen Divine that got the dragon. I thought TRSG did.
Oh yeah, no, that was Augur killing Leoric and then rotating down to get the Dragon Knight and saying, "Oh, you're all bot lane. That's fine. I'll open up top lane." Now, one kind of unique feature of this map is this right here, this Death Bridge. Trying to end a game here has been the sorrow of many teams, because you just can't go anywhere if you try to defend from there. So it's really not ideal to try to push down there unless like the whole team is dead. But you still get value putting pressure here, because as we've seen here from this game, Leoric, Augur,
Tychus looking for a flank here.
yeah, those two have been in that top lane this whole game, and so if you can take out their defenses, it makes it a little bit easier. Augur is there to help out. Tychus is going to get caught by the mind control. Diablo flipping with a big apocalypse. Huge damage with the living bombs. Gonna secure 2. Holy cow. And now make it a third. Leoric could be in danger too. He's going to Wraithwalk, but he can't really get away from this.
Wow, that went from 0 to 100 so fast.
And Diablo, as mentioned, no care given to the fact that there's a fort there. And this game went, yeah, like you said, 100 to 0.
Wow.
It went from,
Jeez.
this game is kind of close to, it's just over now.
Yeah. I mean, Team Rainbow Strike Go, they were looking for the flank there, but ReGen Divine just... I don't really know what happened. Just everything exploded. And now the core is dead.
Well, I mean, what happened there was the combination of Diablo charging in, getting that flip, bringing the Tychus and Brightwing together with living bombs going off with a stun, and then they just died. That's ultimately like the combination of things, the events that took place for them to be able to secure that and win that game. Because once those two were dead, I mean, Gul'dan just kind of tickles at that point. So there you go. Wow. Holy smokes. Taco.
Yeah, just like that.
All right. Well, let's show off the stats and the talents here real quick while we check in and see if we can get an interview. And we'll go to, where is it? Okay, we're gonna get Silent Shoe. So let's go into the lobby 5. We can't go into lobby 5. Sparhawk's in my lobby. What the heck? Nobody's ever in my lobby. Let's go to 4.
Do you think he knows it's your lobby?
No, Sparhawk's. he doesn't. He doesn't mind. He doesn't know. Hey, welcome. We've got Silent Shoe from ReGen Divine. How you doing, buddy? Welcome.
Doing well. I think we won, so feels good.
I can understand that, because that game went from, okay, things are kind of okay, but slightly in favor of ReGen Divine, to, okay, you just won the game. Like, you win a team fight and you win the game. So at what point did that kind of flip in your guys' mind that was going to be the case?
I think halfway through that last team fight, we were saying, we're going to win once we clean up. So, like, once I think we had the Tychus dead, the Brightwing dead, the Murden was dying, it's like we went off this.
Awesome. Well, it looked really, really polished there. So I gotta ask the most important question in my mind. Is Bankai crazy?
Yes.
Like, that guy, does he know that forts were changed to target heroes and reduce armor and kill people? Because it looked like
Aero,
none of that was happening.
he only goes one direction.
Yeah. He has no reverse gear. That's okay. That's why we love him.
It was nuts.
One of those was my fault, because I freaking was trying to ping my Black Arrow and I clicked it.
Oh.
So like, he thought Black Arrow was up on the last one, and he just and so it wasn't. So I was like, it's not up. But you know, the decisions had been made.
Yeah, but clearly it worked.
Me, yeah,
clearly it worked.
But did he die to the tower arrow? No, he didn't.
He did not.
Calculated.
That is true.
Calculated.
Okay, so let's go back to game number 1. So game number 1 was very back and forth here, and one of the things that, to me, and I saw this in both of the games, but that really came across in your games, was that it seems like you guys have really good communication, or maybe you just have amazing intuition about each other. I don't know. What are your guys' communication like in this game? Because there were several points there where, whether it's the bottom keep, whether it's the top boss, well, the only boss, there was another point where it was like really clear you guys made a call, realized this isn't the right call right now, and then backed away. So what's your team dynamic like in the middle of those kind of encounters?
Well, just today was a little different. Waffle had to be muted due to IRL stuff. He's usually our shot caller. Sometimes I'm a shot caller, like today. We like to trade off. We like to have fun. So like, but a lot of the calls were in the late in the last game was just kind of me having warmed up with beating early game, forgetting I'm not like old tasks.
Right.
I pressed my E to dodge things that just didn't work. I guess, but yeah, like the baiting of the bot, like pushing and keep him away from the boss. That was an intentional call. We did it, and then we backed up. We got what we wanted from it. So things like that were pretty intentional. And Kai was doing a really good job communicating his targets, his CC, and Jay did a really good job communicating his ult, his big ult, and like with ahead of time, so we knew to expect it. I think we did a pretty good job not waking people up. One of our better days of that.
I mean, it looked really, really clean. Obviously, there were moments that, you know, that could have gone either way. Either team really was looking strong in that one. You get to then game number 2, and I mean, you guys are pretty much in control the whole game. One of the things, and it was such a minor little detail, but again, this goes into that communication and control that we were just talking about. Such a minor detail, the combination between Diablo and Kael'thas. There was an early stun combo where you see Diablo like charge, flip, and then the gravity lapse comes out. I don't think that one turned into a kill, but it got close. The next one, that's kind of easy to get used to, but then the next one was a charge, wait for the gravity lapse, and then flip. So like, how much have you guys practiced this kind of communication to make sure that those kind of combos are going? And you said Waffle wasn't even able to
Not
communicate?
Yeah, he was listening. He couldn't tell us what was happening. But like, honestly, I just said, Kai, you're the Diablo. Like, what are you gonna do with your combo? And then Waffles like just typed okay when he said it's like, oh, I'm gonna throw every time almost. There's a couple times he messed up, but then like Waffles good enough to adjust on things like that. So it's not a super practiced combination, but there was intent behind it from the draft. Like, okay, now we know sometimes we mess up. Like sometimes Kai will do things out of the combo, so we need to make sure that there's a precedent set right at the beginning of the game. What are you gonna do? And then we follow it, so everyone's on the same page.
Sure. I have one more question, but I want Lulu, if you've got anything, I want to give you the opportunity here to go ahead with that.
No, I just want to point out that every other member of ReGen Divine in the chat said yes, Bankai is crazy.
Yes, Bankai. We know. He loves the towers hitting him. He loves the forts hitting him. It's how he gets his energy for the rest of the day. You know, you'll see him just playing like a bunch of like Hero League games or Valorant like late into the night. It's from all the shots he took while playing Heroes of the Storm.
Some people take shots of alcohol. He takes shots from towers.
Exactly.
Old school, like He-Man, I have the power, like moment kind of thing. That may be too old school of a reference for you guys. I don't know how old you are.
I watched some He-Man, but not enough to reference it.
Fair enough. Okay, so my last question for you is, you guys coming in tonight, you're tied with Roll 1, tied with CM After Dark, 13 points each. You're 7 points behind the number 1 team. That number 1 team, of course, being Team Rainbow Strike Go. You get a 2-0 victory. What does that mean for your season? How high up this chain can you climb?
So our priority is making the playoffs. We've had a very turbulent regular season. Things just happening like every week. It's like we don't get like a regular week yet. Like I think we've had one. So like our goal is like, hey, just kind of make it through this rough patch in the season and make it to the playoffs, and then we do what we do there. But we do tend to play really well against whoever is number 1 at the moment. I think we beat CM After Dark when they were number 1, and then did ATRSG when they were number 1. So maybe we just need to face the number 1 team every week.
There you go. So that would be either Cool Cats and Kittens or Can't Connect Stuns. I don't know if you've played either of them.
We already played CCS. They beat us, both of them, 2 weeks in a row. So they're safe at number 1.
There you go. All right.
For now, until playoffs.
Right. Well, listen.
We just need to get the 8th seed then. We need to start thinking.
There you go. Listen, let's go ahead and wrap up. Give any shout outs.
Yeah, shout outs to our coach, Cubico. Working really hard to help us out. Got some good VOD reviews, some good like one-on-one coaching. Shout out to ReGen, of course, and Murda and all of you guys for casting us and being part of the ReGen family. Shout out to our opponents. They played really well. They're gonna do pretty well in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be heard from again. And shout outs to all my friends that were watching. Shout outs to the old OSD like Luna and Corgi. Love you guys. And I think that's about it. Shout out to my team. I guess they did stuff.
Right on. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck with the rest of your season. Don't forget to report your results or have Bankai do it or whoever. And yeah, we'll see you in the playoffs.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right, Lulu, it's just you and I. Since I'm not putting you back up on the screen, there's not really any reason for me to call you, so we'll just stay in here. If that's okay with you.
It's terrible.
All right, well, glad we had this chat. So that's it. That's all we're doing for tonight. We made it all the way across the day. It's now April 1st, at least in my part of the world. So we can chat for a minute here before we wrap up.
So, is this where I say, like, April Fools, yesterday wasn't actually your birthday?
That would be...
Is it time for that?
That would be funny. It would be a lie, but... I mean, you could do it.
You know all those gift subs at Hype Train? It was a lie.
No, don't do that. So it does look like some other NGS stuff is going on. I'm just trying to check and see who all is on Twitch right now. See about doing a raid. But again, I do want to say, you know, really happy to see some of my newer friends in these last few months. The Twitch music community has really grown over the last year since the pandemic. A lot of people who were doing stuff, whether it was, you know, out doing street performing, whether it was, you know, doing gigs at wherever, performance halls or bars or, you know, wherever they were doing performances, couldn't do them anymore, and now they're doing them online. So, you know, check out that community. It's really fantastic. The people are amazing. Carrie Ann, of course, Carrie Ann Music was here earlier. I think she just left a bit ago, but she's, you know, a really fantastic harpist. 52 is one of her mods and a mod of many of those. Voice Unmuted, she was in here. Oh, she's still here. But Voice Unmuted, she was in here earlier. But yeah, I mean, if you come back to my channel, I typically have it rotating between some musicians, some hot streamers. You know, really, I cannot say enough how valuable I think it is to have people participating in art type of stuff in the middle of this pandemic. I think it's absolutely huge, and supporting people who do that is very helpful. So make sure you give them a follow, and you know, you'll get connected with so many other fantastic musicians just by stopping in, and it's kind of an interconnected community. It's better than Jack's. Oh. Wait, who's Jack? Is that Young Sub? I can't remember. So let's see, who can we raid? Why don't we go? You know, we could go to Keiru. She's doing some hot stuff, and she's just got masters, so I'm sure she would love some more people. Lulu, before we take off, anything that you would like to say? Anything you want to chat about before we wrap the stream?
Thanks everybody that came to Aero's birthday party. That's about it.
All right. What's your team doing this season? When's your next game?
Our next game is on Monday versus Waiting on Cherry at 10 Eastern. I'm not sure if we have a caster right now or not, but yeah, that should be a good matchup. We're pretty close in the standings right now. It's our last game of the regular season, so it should be a good time.
Awesome. And if people wanted to look you up, like to watch streams, I guess you don't really stream, but you did do a stream recently, right?
I did on Monday, actually. Twitch.tv/Lulu Heroes.
Oh, crap. What's your Twitter?
Lulu_hots, I think.
Okay, I did do that right. Okay.
Yeah, you did. It's just weird on... See, Lulu was a childhood nickname. I didn't know there were so many games with Lulu in them, and so my name is... It's very hard to get anywhere, so I gotta throw weird stuff at the end to get it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, and you can find me right here, of course, at Aero RG. And a lot of this stuff gets transported out to YouTube, which is not like YouTube RG or Aero RG. It's just if you search for Aero RG on YouTube, you can see the subscribe there. I think that's really about it. I've said everything that I think I have to say, but I do want to say thank you everybody for being here for my birthday, especially a special shout out to Carrie Ann, and I think 52 is actually even an hour ahead. It's an hour later in Europe for those guys. So I really appreciate you guys being here. It's so wonderful to see everybody in my half of this as opposed to just being on the keyboard side of the community. And yeah, it's been really great. So we're gonna go ahead and raid over to Keiru, who is a HOTS player. She participates in Girls Gang Squad. She just got master, and she's a great person. So I hope everybody enjoys her stream tonight, and I thank you for being here. Good night.
Good night.
There we go. I was waiting for Lulu to speak up. Good night.